I'm proposing two steps. Installation of a second 24 megawatt, identical to the one that was contracted for in 2012. Installation of heat recovery steam generators on the back of the one installed in 2012 and the new one to be installed. The steam from these steam generators or racing boilers as some people refer to them being passed to a 24 megawatt steam turbine. So what I'm saying is you're adding 24 megawatts of gas turbine, 24 megawatts of steam turbine. That is 48 megawatts of new capacity. Concomitant with the addition of the capacity, you'll be burning gas, not only driving down the price, but just driving down the price of your oil, the fuel, by 50% save. And at the same time, enhancing the efficiency of the simple gas turbine, which will have a rating required, let's say it requires 12,000 units of heat to produce 1 unit of electricity. By passing it through the waste heat oil and producing steam, to reduce the amount of heat, that is the amount of fuel you need to produce 1 unit of electricity from 12,000, say, to 8,000 units of heat, 8,000 BTU of heat to produce 1 kilowatt hour of electricity. So there is a twofold benefit. Once you have done that, there are gas turbines in a simple cycle mode are very expensive to run, and normally is a peaking plant. When you burn gas and you operate in a combined cycle mode, you make them into a base load plant. So you create economic, clean burning, environmentally friendly situation with the plant, and you put in 48 megawatts of capacity. At the same time, you add 18 megawatts of Blue to Clifton Pair. You're not putting all the eggs in the Blue Hill basket. You're putting additional incremental generation at Clifton Pair, and you're putting a size unit and a type unit and a model of unit that there is one off of today. By putting in a second identical unit, you are able to reduce the amount of spares you need to carry to satisfy the two units, the same quantum or slightly more spares that you can carry for one unit, you will carry for 2 units. And based on my experience while I've been doing my understanding as to what continues to prevail, the 18 megawatt unit at Clifton Pier has been the most reliable unit in the street at Clifton Pier.
Now, I understand that. And let me just challenge you on a couple of things very quickly. Because you talk about 224 megawatt gas turbines, 2 of them.
No, one gas turbine and one steam turbine.
I mean, sorry, gas and steam turbine, and then you have this steam generator plant. All right? For only 48 million?
Yep.
48 million, that's the first cost. That doesn't include shipping and installation.
Well, you can ask DC what they paid for the 24 megawatt unit to be installed that was contracted for in February of 2012.
Because I remember years ago, when the big time generator was installed down at Cliftonville, years ago, that came, I think, out of Malaysia, you're talking about $56 million.
Yeah, but you see, that's the problem. The slow diesel is the most expensive because it's the one you can buy. Okay, and particularly when you get into the larger capacity slow speed diesels. They are huge creatures. They require massive foundation, and they require huge building in order to house the unit. So again, this is the 80 megawatt unit. It can fit into an existing bay at Clifton there, so you don't have to put up a building. And because it's a relatively smaller unit, it will not require the massive kinds of foundation, say a 3 2 megawatt unit would require.
And then further,
And let me put this in quick perspective. A medium speed diesel today can probably be installed at a cost of $800 to $1,000 or $8 million to
$8 to $10 million.
To $8 million to $10 million per megawatt. Sorry, $800 to $1,000 per kilowatt. $800 to $1,000 per kilowatt. Okay? So
That's installation.
A simple cycle gas turbine can be installed for around $800 per kilowatt. So a 24 megawatt gas turbine plant is for $17 million to be able to install it for. That same slow speed diesel will cost $28 million approximately to install.
But I thought, Mr. Moss, that the idea was that one of the major problems that DC has is the same slow-speed diesel, that it is really creating a lot of problems. It cannot be reliable. And I know eventually you probably recommend that you get rid of it. But at the moment, you're still saying to, in addition to what you're recommending, you're still saying to things that you have to at least depend on it for a while.
Unquestionably so, and like I alluded to my communication as Victor pointed to, BET spends far more than other locations and yet has worse reliability. I don't want to use the word with that tense to imply, but I think the implication is fairly clear.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay?
Now that's generation. That's generation. You know that every single home today, even those in the ghetto or in the underprivileged sections of our community, has some kind of power required facility. I'm talking about air conditioning. All right? And Clinton Minnis, I think, the chairman of the, or rather president of the managers union, talks about, that this summer is going to be pretty tough. It's going to be pretty tough. So, with your suggestion, are we meeting the demands? If Barmar come on stream and it eventually do, and other, utilities required on this island, are your demands meeting the objectives of this country? I mean, this island. Your proposals, rather, not demands. Your proposals.
Let me tell you. You got to go in the bush. Over the hill. I understand that DC intends to bring in incrementally rental generation to meet the demand. So hopefully, provided the incremental rental units can be brought in at a sufficiently timely fashion, BC ought to be able to position itself at some time during the summer, because it'll probably take 6 to 8 weeks to get units installed and in operation, because they have to be moved from somewhere else in the world to be brought here. So people will probably be chafing during the initial period of summer, but hopefully by midsummer, the problem will be alleviated from a generation perspective. BEC still, unfortunately, does not provide work, does not provide maintenance to its energized conductors. It doesn't do live line work. And hence, even for the most trivial maintenance activity,
got to take it offline.
They take it offline, so customers are being subjected to threefold types of outages. One, generation related. Two, related to things outside of the control of the personnel, like vehicle accidents, trees falling across power lines. And three, the deliberate isolation of energized power lines by personnel to carry out maintenance, because has thus far failed to come in line with the rest of the world and perform live line work on its capacity.
Why is that? And for the benefit of our listeners, live line work means while the line is carrying the power.
That is correct. While the line is still carrying the power, you carry out your maintenance activities. The customer continues to enjoy electricity service while the maintenance activity is proceeding.
And why is that? I mean, I know some have suggested about safety concerns and all that, and insurance and all that stuff. Is that one of yours?
That is not one of my concerns. As I said, there are much smaller utilities. Grand Bahama Power has been doing live line work for the last 40 years, 50 years.
Because the technology and the protective apparatus is in place.
Well, let me say it in a little bit of a fast fashion. If you drive by power lines, you see birds sitting on top of the power lines, enjoying life, not being fried because it's passing through them.
That's
okay?
Right. Yes.
When problems occur on an energized power line, it's not because someone has touched the line.